Hi. You guys got no notice, really. I just threw up a comment on my YouTube channel and said I'd be thinking about doing one. Should have kind of clarified saying I was 100% going to do one. But here we are, first ever live stream. To be honest with you, I'm really not going to wait for people to come in because in reality, we actually got a viewer on. Hold of that one viewer. I wasn't expecting anybody, to be completely honest. But I was going to talk about some yo, your mom. There we go. Nice comment. Gotta love the yo-yos. You a football fan? Gotta love football. Let's be real here. Football's the best sport. Oh, Derek, no. Oh, no way. Well, nice talking to you, Derek. Oh, Derek, you don't even know. So much quarterbacks, so much teams that need quarterbacks this year's draft. And so much, like I said, so much teams that need quarterbacks, but who really needs the quarterbacks? The teams that really need the quarterbacks, I'll tell you. The Giants. I mean, no bias here, but they're my favorite team, and they need a quarterback. Even if they roll with Eli Manning for another year, he's not capable of being a long-term player. The Patriots really need one. He wants Tom Brady, fantastic player, not questioning him. He's 41, maybe 42 by the time the season starts. They need to draft a quarterback. That should be their top priority. The only thing with the Patriots is I don't know if they'll draft one first round or even second round just because they had such a late draft pick after winning the Super Bowl. And then you also have two other teams here. Dolphins, they really need one. You can't roll with Ryan Fitzpatrick and expect him to win you games throughout the whole season. He's a very fun quarterback. I like watching Ryan Fitzpatrick, but he's the most inconsistent quarterback in the entire NFL. You can't deal with that. And then you have the Chargers, the last one. Once again, Philip Rivers, really good, high talent, but he came in the same draft class as Eli Manning did, and they need to start getting his replacement for the future. But it's pretty much the teams that are desperate for the 5. There's also a couple teams I think should be really considering. The reason I only did 4 teams there for Derek and anyone else that turns on, the only reason I did 4 teams there was because there's only 5 quarterbacks that are worth the first or second round pick. And those quarterbacks are Kyler Murray, Dwayne Haskins, Drew Lock, Daniel Jones, and Will Grier. The only 5 that are worth it. And it would be a disappointment in the 2019 draft if the Arizona Cardinals do not select Kyler Murray with the first overall pick. So I put 4 teams because there's 4 quarterbacks that I think can help those teams out that are worthy of a round 1 or round 2 pick. But if the Cardinals don't, and I don't think the Cardinals need a quarterback, it's only if Cliff Kingsbury can be that much more successful with Kyler Murray. But so I don't think the Cardinals even need a quarterback. I put them at not even needing a quarterback at all. But it would be a disappointment right now if they did not draft Kyler Murray. And talking about quarterbacks, though, teams that I think should be considering that maybe not everyone considering needing a quarterback. I mean, I think everyone's talked about these teams needing a quarterback. Saints should look into it. The reason why is you have Taysom Hill. And I don't think they want to use him at quarterback. I think they want him more being the versatile guy that you saw him in the 2018 NFL football season. You want him returning punts. You want him running the football. You want him throwing the football. You want him catching the football. You want him doing everything. And when Drew Brees goes and you put Taysom Hill at quarterback, you lose a lot of that funness you have in Taysom Hill and that creativity around him. And that's why Taysom Hill should not be their starting quarterback. I know they have Teddy Bridgewater and they just signed him for an extension, but who knows if he's their guy for the future. But if you use Teddy, you still can use Taysom Hill in the creative way. But I think they should really more focus on drafting another guy. It's really hard for me to opinionize Teddy Bridgewater. He was phenomenal before he got injured, but then he got injured, and we haven't seen him play too much. He hasn't been a starter in the NFL since, so it's hard to see. And when he did that showing against Carolina in Week 17, he didn't blow me away. He did not play a good game. So if Teddy Bridgewater is their guy, I'm probably going to say no. Another team that are really big, unless they sign a contract, unless they get a contract done, Seahawks should be looking for a quarterback. Russell Wilson put a deadline on for them to get a new contract done by April 15th. Seahawks are working very hard to reach that deadline. Russell Wilson said there's been little progress, and that's not good. Especially he's your franchise quarterback. He has a deadline for a week away, and it's not what you want from your starting quarterback. And if Russell Wilson decides to walk next year in free agency, you're going to need a quarterback, and you don't want to snag a quarterback and tell him you're going to be the starter right away without putting up a little competition. Like at least with Sam Darnold, he was going to be the starter right away, but at least they gave him a little competition still with Josh McCown. Well, the other quarterbacks, they didn't start right away, and you don't want that situation where quarterbacks coming in and you want them to start right away. That would be a downfall if the Cardinals select Kyler Murray, because if you select Kyler Murray, it means you're trading away Josh Rosen. You're not giving him a fight for the starting job. It's your job's his. And that would be the only person that was in this video chat just left. Whatever, I'm still going to talk strong about football. That's what I do here. And my video will still be seen after, so I don't really care. Live stream's just a way for me to save space on my phone and my computer, really. It's just for me making videos, and whoever wants to view it later, views it later. But I don't even know where I was going. But Russell Wilson, so knowing that he can walk into free agency, like I said, so with Kyler Murray, you don't want to throw him in that situation. That would be a downfall. And if Russell Wilson decides to walk, you still give the quarterback a year to come in and groom. But a downfall would be if they do wait and Russell Wilson does walk in free agency, they're going to have to throw a quarterback in right away. They're going to have to draft a quarterback in the first round. He's going to be the starter of he's going to be the new generation of their franchise. But and so I don't think a lot of people were really thinking Seahawks. Maybe Saints people thought Seahawks. I really don't think so. Other teams that people have been thinking, like Raiders, should consider, not nearly as high as the Saints and Seahawks are actually around the same as the Raiders. More teams that should kind of heavily consider looking at quarterbacks. The Steelers and the Steelers and the Bengals should be heavily looking in the AFC North. They need quarterbacks because Andy Dalton. There's nothing wrong with Andy Dalton. Andy Dalton is a solid quarterback in the football league. NFL Football League, National Football League, but I think they want to switch things up. I think they want to reboot. I think they want to win. And I'm sorry, Andy Dalton is the definition of mediocrity. He's always going to get the job done. He's always going to do what you ask him to do. I don't know how much more he's actually going to do, though. Andy Dalton's that kind of guy. Bengals will always be that kind of team with him at quarterback. So, yeah, will they make the playoffs a couple times? Yeah. Will they even win a playoff game? Maybe. But he's not going to be the guy that takes you to the next step and takes you to a Super Bowl. So that's what I'm saying. You consider if you're Bengals, and then Steelers, it's the same thing as I was saying with Phillip Rivers and Eli Manning. They're old. He was in the same draft class. I mean, and personally, I feel like he's young. Like he seems the youngest and like way younger than both of those two. Like when I think of Rivers and Manning, I think Rivers like good football left in him, and I just kind of think they're both kind of older up there, and you're going to need to replace them. Ben Roethlisberger, I don't see that as much in him, but you are going to need to look at it. He is just as old, and I feel like he might take more of a beating than those two because he'll like take the full sack most of the time. He won't try to slide down and scurry down to give them the sack to stay safe. I feel like he'll take more hits, and that's why you really need one if you're the Steelers, because you don't want Roethlisberger just to retire on you. And it's inconsistent when Roethlisberger like on how Roethlisberger views the NFL, and if he loses more this year because he lost Antonio Brown. I'm not going to say he lost Le'Veon Bell because Le'Veon Bell didn't play last year and they were fine, but you lose Antonio Brown, and I don't know how that's going to affect the Pittsburgh Steelers. So they should be looking in for a quarterback as well. Raiders, same thing as the Bengals. And the only reason, like I had this I was going to do like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ranking, but that was only if I did a real video. But I'm doing a live stream, so I'm really not going back to that now. But I was doing like 1, you don't need a quarterback, 5, you need a quarterback. And I was going to do 2, 3, 4 in between. I had the Bengals at a 3 and the Raiders at a 2. The only reason I had Raiders at a 2 is because they needed their quarterback for the same reason. You don't know if Derek Carr is really the guy. I feel like he's a mediocre quarterback. He's not bad. He'll get the job done. I don't know if he's the guy that can take the Raiders to the next step. I don't know if he's the guy after Antonio Brown gets old and retires. I don't know if he's the guy that's going to be able to sell seats in the stadium. You got rid of the one guy that would be the big guy in Vegas, Khalil Mack, and I don't know if Derek Carr's the guy. I mean, Antonio Brown will do it for whenever they go to Vegas. Antonio Brown will sell seats, and he will be the face of Vegas for the Las Vegas Raiders. I don't know if Derek Carr's that guy. So you look at it, but the only reason I have them lower and why they need a quarterback less is the same reason, but they have more gaps to fill. The Bengals, hello to whoever just turned on. But I was just talking for if you were just coming in. I was talking about how the Bengals and Raiders should be kind of looking at quarterbacks coming into this year's draft. But Andy Dalton, oh Sam, what's up? I was kind of just trying out a live stream for the first time, kind of been rambling on football for nobody for around 11 minutes now. Derek, he was a fresh lol. Hey, my dude. I know it's just nuts live stream. Like I love the interactiveness of the live stream, and I love the live stream. I think I'm going to do them more often because even if no one watches the live stream, I just upload the video and people will see the content I'm talking about anyways. I think I might just start doing it more often. And the live stream saves space on my computer, and I really like that. So, I mean, I got people coming on like you, Sam Geaney. You're on my live stream. That's nuts to even think about. I really didn't know how I'd be doing in this. I think I'm repeating a lot. If people go back and watch parts of my live stream, I've been repeating a lot, kind of stuttering. If I do a video, I can say cut the video and redo some parts. But now it's a live stream, so you stutter, which is tough. But oh well, I usually don't edit my videos or retake them anyway, so I usually stutter in them too. So this isn't any different. But I do got some homework to do, but no, whatever. YouTube's more important these days. That's what brings the real bucks. YouTube just sends me online payments. I wish. Huh. Oh man. See now there's a person. Oh, I know you're not into football. I was talking about football. I was getting at a real nice point. Oh, that's tough. Because see, that's the thing I want to work on though. Not football, no. I want to learn how to be able to. Oh no, you're good, St. Anthony. I got that. That's the part where I like to learn. Like I like to problem solve. Is I gotta figure out how I can relate to everybody that comes in and decides to tune in for a live stream. I want to be able to talk up to football fans, not football fans, and have decent conversations. If now this is just nuts, but if my channel got a little bigger, I can have a heated conversation about politics and that'd get the whole comment section riled up. But it needs to get a little bigger before we had just 1 or 2 people on the channel. We got to get that to like. Got any new music coming? Of course. I've got a lot on my phone that I've never uploaded to YouTube. I've got 3 songs that I've never uploaded to YouTube on my phone. One, I'll tell you the reason. One of them is just I swear a lot and it's bad. I'm really on it. 2, the second one's controversial. The second song is about politics. That's a controversial topic and don't know if I should upload it. Third song, I have a third song. I'm just trying to perfect it. How dare I conceal these gems? I just want to make sure they're perfect like I said, I do have them. I named one called Gangster because, see, the reason why I'm feeling that one is because I like to try to spread positivity, and I like to try to spread real life issues that everyone faces, and that the country, that America as a country is facing, and that the world is facing. And the Gangster song just totally opposite. It's about me. I was just having fun writing it with a couple friends, and it was like, boom! We have to write about all the most crooked and bad stuff I can think of. I mean, I'm swearing every other word in that song, really, and that's why I conceal that one. Like I said, I'm thinking about uploading the politics one. That's gotta find up one part. There's a one part where the beat stops, and I try to go off the rap with not the. So I gotta perfect that part. That part's not perfect, and if anything, that part's a little annoying. So I'm thinking about maybe even rewording that part. But that's why I didn't really get that one part done yet. And there's another song. Once again, it's just more about perfecting the song. I will upload that song 100%. I think the third one. It's just the fact that I'm trying to perfect it in ways to where I can release it. It sounds good. The problem is with the third one is my word slur. So because I try to rap fast, so like I might just upload it anyways, and then that'll be a growing pain. So yes, the song won't be as good, and you won't understand every lyric. I mean, that's why I have a lyric video, so you can just follow along with the lyrics. If you don't understand a part, you can still get the full lyrics. But maybe I might just upload it anyway the way it is, just because it's like a growing pain. It's like me trying new things with trying to rap. Obviously, having no experience, I've never taken any music classes, so this is just me, a random person, trying to make a couple rap songs. So I'm thinking about perfecting that third one, but maybe not. I might just upload it. If it turns out to be a bad song, then it's a bad song, and will show my growth as I keep trying to do these rap songs for fun on my free time. And I'm also making another one right now. I'm on the works of making another one. Can't hurt to upload them. I mean, you're right. Can't hurt. You're right. Can't hurt to upload them. Like I said, it's just once I upload a song, the only reason why I hold back on uploading, because once I upload a song, it's like I don't want to re-upload a song even though I made it a tiny bit better. Like for me to re-upload a song, I feel like it has to be a remix, and I'm not like really remixing my songs too much. I'm kind of just tidying up the small things. Like if I have a little error, it's like I'm just trying to fix up that one or two errors I have in the song instead of trying to do a remix on it. And that's why I feel like it's acceptable to do a redo a song. That's the only reason why I'm kind of holding back on uploading. It's not even because I'm really embarrassed of these songs. Because I even think the Gangster one where I'm doing a whole bunch of crazy stuff. I'm not disappointed in how I rapped that. I'm not disappointed how the rap came out and how it sounded. I'm not disappointed in any of that. It was just the fact that I want to figure out if I want to post that because, like I said, it does not convey what I want to convey on this YouTube platform. But it is like I said, I like the way I rapped it. I kind of liked. I like listening to that really really hood stuff and really just gnarly stuff. I love listening to it. So we decided to make me and a couple friends decided to make one day, and like I said, I'm just still trying to see if I want to upload that one. But that's why I kind of conceal to upload songs. And like I said, I'm working on one called 365. I wish I had the video to show. I'm gonna have to get it from a close friend of mine. We filmed the video of them bench 365, making a song about that. That song is gonna be awesome. I'm feeling. I'm really working hard on the lyrics right now, trying to find a beat. And now that's another hard part though about making these rap songs here. I don't make my beats. My one friend, his name is Eric, and he made a beat once, but everybody else, I just use beats from the internet. So that's hard, is finding beats to go with the songs. But yeah, I'm working really hard on this one song, and I'm hoping it's going to be good. Like I said, I can't work on it every day. It's too busy. I have, I'm doing 3 AP classes, and one's basically an AP class and pre-calculus. It's really just preparation, getting me ready for a AP class, AP Calc. So it is difficult. it's difficult to put the time in, but I'm definitely trying to. And the thing is with the rap songs too, I love doing it. Even if I'm not the best rapper, I don't care. Even if someone else raps at my songs, I really don't care. I love writing the songs, so I like writing poetry, which is rap, like writing music. Writing music is poetry. So I like writing music like that. I like writing some stories sometimes, just writing some stuff down on a piece of paper. I was thinking about doing one of those again soon. Because I like writing. It's just reading I'm not a fan of. I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to read. Like I know how to read. I'm just trying to read them. In the middle of Da Vinci Code by Dan Brown. That's a good book. If you kind of like a puzzly type feeling, like a puzzly book, has a lot of puzzles in it, I do recommend Da Vinci Code by Dan Brown. It really also like if you like what am I trying to think of oh, I wish I had my life together. Oh my god, I wish. It's all over the place right now. My mind's running a mile a minute. But like I say, if you like conspiracy theories, that like conspiracies and stuff, that's what the Da Vinci Code is. Conspiracies about the Bible, the Last Supper, and the Holy Grail. It's really about the Holy Grail, which if you don't know what the Holy Grail is for the average opinion, like for like the average person, this is trying to go in more to a deeper meaning of the Holy Grail of the Da Vinci Code. And it is a fiction book, but it does have some real facts in there. Like it was talking about the Fibonacci sequence and a whole bunch of cool stuff in there, which fascinated me. And that's like true stuff. That's not fiction. But it talks about conspiracy theories with the Holy Grail. And the Holy Grail is the cup that Jesus took a sip of on the Last Supper. When the Last Supper, in the Last Supper is a painting Da Vinci wrote, and they start discussing that. I mean, honestly, I haven't even got to that part yet. My mom told me a little bit about it, so I can get interested in reading it. There's like 450 pages. I'm in like page 200. Took me a little bit longer. It takes me a little bit longer to read those 200 than it should have, just because I don't read on a daily basis. Like I haven't read that book in like a week. I gotta get reading it again, but I get busy. Like I said, swamped with a whole bunch of schoolwork right now. So I'm more focused on schoolwork and just doing things around my house and spending time with family more than reading, which, like I said, I want to read. That's the only reason I started reading Da Vinci Code. Is just so I can start reading. And I really want to read it because there's two more books I want to read. There's one book I really, really want to read, and that's It by Stephen King. But there's another book I might try to read before the school year's over too. But before I start another book that's not like forced for me to do in school, I want to finish the Da Vinci Code first. Besides, like I said, start a whole bunch of books. It's not fun reading 50 books and trying to figure out what's going on in each one. So, like I said, 2 books at max at a time, one for school, one for me personally. Like I said, I'm trying to get hooked, and I like Da Vinci Code so far. My problem is it starts off really good. I mean, I was hooked within the first couple chapters of me reading, and it's starting to slow down for me, starting to dry up a little bit, but I think it will pick up back the pace. It's starting to again, and another good thing, another reason why I recommend Da Vinci Code. And I love this about books. I like books that are short, sweet chapters because it makes you keep going and going, and it speeds up the pace of the book. So even though it's a 450-page book, you read it in like the same time you would read like a 200 book with like 20, 25-page chapters. Because the 20, 25-page chapters is drag on, and it's hard to maintain interest into the story. But when you're like in a book and it's just short chapters, because what authors do is they try to leave you on like a cliffhanger, at least if it's a fiction book. They like to get you on a cliffhanger before they go into the next chapter. So if you think about it, if you get this author that's doing that like every 4 or 5 pages, like, whoa, what happened? You're always asking yourself, what happened? What happens? And that encouraged me to keep reading. So that's another reason why I like Da Vinci Code. It's only like 450 pages, but yeah, it had like 105 chapters. It's crazy. So it just shows you how fast paced the book is. I think the longest chapter I might have read so far might have been 10 pages. And I don't even think was that long. Like I'm saying, it's probably like 8 or 7 pages. So the chapters are short. There's some times where I read on one page and then you flip the page and there's a new chapter. But I do recommend that. Like I said, I am going. Oh, no problem. Thank you for logging on. I'm lucky to have someone turn on. Thanks, Sam. Wish you the best of nights. But yeah, now that I'm still on this book topic, though, that's the books I'm into. I'm like into mysterious, kind of puzzling mystery type, books. Adios. But if honestly, if someone else comes on or if someone else watches this at a later date, though, tell me some good, quick books that could catch my interest. Like I said, I'm really trying to catch interest in reading. It's a hard thing to do, though. To be honest with you, if you're not one of those readers, it is really hard to do. And so you just gotta force yourself. You have to force yourself to read a book for a couple nights. Just like you gotta force yourself to read a book 20 minutes a night. Because to be honest with you, most books, they're like 400, 500 pages. It takes you about 100 for it to start getting somewhat interesting. Usually. Because the first 100 is just describing, getting you hooked into the storyline. So then the next 400 pages, you're like, oh, this actually wasn't a bad book. After the first 100, after you read the first 100, though, it's like, oh my God, this book's horrible. And then after, like I said, after you're done with the 500, you're like, oh, this wasn't a bad book at all. Just because it takes a while to get the story set. It takes you a while to like get interested into the characters and appreciate the characters and why they're in the text. But so yeah, just tell me down in the comments for people that watch this a little later date or start watching it live. I might just mention it again just so I can get some new ideas. I just like I said, I want to learn. I mean, I want to read, and like I said, it's hard. It's routine. So like I said, so since you're in the 100 pages, you got to force yourself to read 20 minutes a day through those 100 pages, and then after a while, instead of forcing yourself to read 20 minutes a day, you're gonna want to read 20 minutes a day just so you can get that next step in the story. And once you do this process, I say for a couple books, like say you do this for like 5 or 10 books, and like 8 of them or say are good, you're gonna be motivated to keep reading because you're gonna like the next. You're most likely gonna like the next book. There's an 8% chance you're gonna like the next book. So, like I said, if you like 8 out of 10, but if say you read 3 books and you only end up liking one, that's not going to encourage you to read. So you really got to try to find what you like. And a way to find books you like, you just got to reach out to people. You got to ask, what's your opinion of this book? What's your opinion of this book? You got maybe read the description in the back of the book. Like I said, some for the people that aren't big into reading, look at the page number and look how big the font is. It's hard to get into reading when you try to pick a long, lengthy book out in the first one. For the first couple books, you're going to want shorter, like 300-page books, somewhat bigger font. You're not going to want a small font in 300 pages or a small font in 500-600 pages. No, it'll take you forever to get through and you'll get bored reading. I'm talking like you want 200-300 pages, somewhat bigger font, and with a good storyline. Like I said, no other way how you do it. You go to reviews. I try to stay away from summaries. Because summaries, I think, can spoil the book. Stay away from summaries and all, but really just get out there, ask people what they thought of the book, look at book reviews, and like I said, look if you're a new reader, get those short books, big font, and try to get a author you know about that you've liked some of their previous work. It doesn't need to be an author you read in school, but like just authors you heard of and whatnot. Like you got Dave Pickling made Captain Underpants, for example. Say you like the Captain Underpants books, which is, I'm sorry, it's not really reading. You're reading like 5 words on a page per page. It takes you like 20 minutes to get through a whole like 150 pages those things. So, but say you like Dave Pickling, he makes like an actual novel, like actual 200 pages. There's a couple, maybe 1 or 2 pictures in there, but it's more of a wordy book. You like the Captain Underpants? Try that book. Try Dave Pickling. Try authors you're more familiar with. It's like, for example, Dan Brown or Stephen King. People that are into horror books are probably very familiar with Stephen King because he's made so many good ones like Cujo, The Shining, Pet Sematary, It, Carrie. He's made so much fantastic horror novels. So that's what. So like, say you read like Pet Sematary or It that I mentioned earlier that I'm excited to read. I have the book. It's over 1,000 pages though, so that's like a book you don't want to start off with. And I mean, that's probably gonna be the second book I get into. It's gonna take me forever. It's gonna take me probably all summer, if not longer, just because I don't, like I said, I don't read right now on a daily basis, which I probably should. But so yeah, get authors you're familiar with, and say. Usually, it's supposed to be you read a book, then you watch the movie, just to show how good the book is. Because sorry for movie lovers, the books are almost always better than the movies. It just takes you longer to get to the good part. Movie hooks you 20 minutes in. It develops the characters in 20 minutes. The book, like I said, it is like 100 pages, so it gets you longer hooked, but it gets into more detail, more excitement inside the books. But if you are a new person trying to read, do the opposite. Watch a movie, and if you like the movie and there's a book to go along with it, read the book. And that should get you intrigued a little bit more. My wife asked why I had my gun out. I said Deceptions. She said Decepticons. I said, yeah. She laughs. I laughed. The toaster laughed. I shot the toaster. What am I reading right there? What? But yeah, that's my suggestion for people reading the books. Try and get into it. But we have a guy or a girl, the CIA in the live chat now. One person at a time, and there's 3 people that's entered now throughout the 31 and a half minutes of this. Kind of wish they all got them together. I mean, he left now, or he or she left. It was only a minute. They left a pretty funny comment. I got a giggle out of me. It's just, I don't know, that random stuff, that random funny stuff. I'm really not a big guy into, to be fairly honest with you. I really like. There's some stupid things I laugh at. My sense of humor is weird. It's like, I think some stupid things are hilarious. I think some are like, they're funny, and then there's some I like. Whoa, why is that? That just came out of nowhere. She said Decepticons. I laughed. She laughed. She laughed. I laughed. The toaster laughed. I shot the toaster. I was like, what? What is that? I thought that was one of the ones where it was like in the middle. It was funny. I mean, it's not going to crack me up giggling for half an hour. But that one, it was a funny comment. Got a giggle out of me. You guys saw. Let's go back to the football though. Like I said, I delayed the football conversation for like 20 minutes now, just because the person I want to interact with and have and like kind of talk more towards, like I said, I like knowing my fans, and I know that fan and personally, and I know they've told me every once in a while they've wanted to try to know football, but they're not a big football person. So I couldn't go in this whole football analysis for football fans that will later watch this video. So sorry for you guys. I know you guys probably logged off by now if you're watching this afterwards and you're not a football fan, but I was talking about the Raiders and the Bengals, and how I was saying, like, the Raiders just need one less, and it's not because they're in the same situation. Like, they're just maybe not the quarterback of the future, but the Raiders need so much more gaps to fill right now, I feel like, than the Bengals. But they also have 3 first-round picks compared to the Bengals 1, so they have more opportunity. Vladimir Galiev. Sorry, man, this live stream's probably not for you. You probably speak a different language. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying or not. But if you do, thank you for joining the chat, Vladimir. Thank you for tuning on real quick. I always love having the variety of people join my group chat. And just also, like I said, if you're a live chat and you're new or you're not a football fan, tell me what you do like so I can try to relate and try to appeal to everyone on the channel. Yeah, I figured they're going to leave. They typed in the chat a whole bunch of weird things, and then there was a language I had no idea. Imagine it's German because of the word Vladimir, but I mean, it could be Russian. I don't know. It's somewhere in the... Never mind, it's Russia. Vladimir's Russia. I think Germany is because I'm learning about World War II and stuff. But that's probably a guy from Russia. It's probably Russian language. sjobhouse@gmail.com. Seems like a pretty American email. Well, I don't know that language. I don't know if it's Russian or not. The name's Russian. But yeah, let's get back to the football talk. That's what we're here for, the football talk. Even though I'm wearing a basketball jersey, Steph Curry. But football talk. But really, and though for people that are tuning in for football, watch out after the NFL draft. For what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about in the NFL draft. I'm going to after the NFL draft. I'm going to do an NFL draft analysis. I'm going to say how I think the picks went. I'm going to tell you. I'm going to go in the first round and maybe parts of the second round. But after that, I don't have the time, as I've discussed in this video. I don't have the time to look at other prospects. Even though I love football, I love the game. Probably spend too much time looking at the game. I'm not gonna put. I know I'm gonna look into a whole bunch of prospects after like part way through the second round. So I am gonna do a draft analysis though after the NFL draft coming up later this April. And after that too, after I know the draft, probably after my AT exams, which is the second or third week of May, I'll probably make an NFL power ranking, taking in all the free agents and all the draft picks, because some draft picks are like they're used right away, like they're going to make an immediate impact on a team for best or for worse, hopefully for better for every single team, but some don't, and then free agents will make an immediate impact. Someone logged on, someone saw on, they clicked on the live stream, and then they dipped out of here. No idea who they were. So like the CIA, Vladimir, Samantha, and your mom just had an intro here. At least I know they were on and they comment and they engage. When you have those on and off, you can't engage in the chat and you can't figure out what they're into as well. No, I'm trying to get my face off screen here. But that's really, I mean, my live stream's gonna get wrapped up here soon. I'm probably gonna go till 9:15 here. I have to cut myself here. I mean, like I said, it's supposed to be a football, and I talk for 20 minutes about reading books and songs and stuff. I mean, I think that's good. I think what I'm probably gonna do for future of these, I'm not gonna make this this one. I tried to make it a specific genre for later live streams. I'm not gonna do that because that defeats the purpose. I'm really going hard on a live stream about football. Only if you can relate to football, so we can't get all these people to stick on and watch. So I mean, this one didn't even turn out to be a football live stream, and I mean, so the title's gonna be a little deceiving, but I don't think people are gonna stick around to watch a 37-minute video that I post on YouTube. They're gonna be more Q&As and me just talking about random stuff about my channel. Now, I'm really gonna stay away from my personal life though. My personal life is something which is personal, it's private to me, so I'm not gonna feel in touch to tell you a lot about my personal life unless I'm ready to tell a story. So if you guys are watching this, never force me to talk about my personal life or talk about things. Say, hey, I feel in a down state, I post something bad on social media. Don't force me to talk about it. And if you see me in person or over social media, you can say, Barry, is everything okay? I'll answer that. Just don't try to go into detail on what's going on in my personal life. I can handle that. And if I feel like I need to talk to someone or I feel ready to talk to someone, I will talk to people about it. I don't like talking about my personal life. It's private. It's personal to me. I don't think people need to know everything about my personal life. So that's the side note that I was getting onto. But just because I was saying what I want to discuss in later live streams, I want to discuss like the Q&As. You can ask me questions. Like I said, if I think the question's acceptable and I can answer that question, I will answer those questions. If you answer those questions during my stream, I'll talk about pretty much whatever you guys want me to talk about. Really, I mean, I will talk about politics. I have my views. If you guys didn't see my latest politics video, you can go watch that. You kind of get a generous of what my views will be if I didn't talk about like a specific topic that's going around in politics, saying the future and the past that you kind of want to hear me talk about. I will talk about them. I have my strong view. I kind of hope we get the opposing view in the chat, not being harshly critical of me when I do something like that, but that will respect my opinion and tell me why my opinion should be changed to the other side. Will it probably change to the Democratic side? Most likely not. If you guys didn't know from my politics video, I am a Republican, and my views will probably not change too much. I am a Republican. I have a lot of Republican values. But so I hope we get some Democrat people in the chat that will, like I said, that will not that will not just tear me to shreds, because that's not fun to have a conversation with. My feelings won't be hurt. You can tear me to shreds. My opinion's not going to change. I'm still going to stay a Republican. But it's not fun to have a conversation with. It's just saying, is it nicer to have a friendly debate, or are you like really you're yelling full out debate? I mean, I hate you. I'm not a person that likes yelling. To be honest with you, I like having nice conversations. I'm more of a guy that just gets along, tries, like I said, do what my channel's doing. I see myself as a guy that spreads positivity, or at least that tries to in any situation I'm in. I always like to try to spread positivity, get every negative side off people's mind. And like I said, now this is the hard part. Mike, I try to be conscious of what I say and how I act. I really try hard, unless I'm trying to make a joke. I really try hard not to be hypocritical. So if you do see any hypocritical like things ever from me, I work my rear end off not to be hypocritical. And sometimes it's hard, sometimes because there's some things I want to change about me that because I'll diss them about other people, and I do them sometimes. I try not to. I forgot where I was going with this, but there was something I was just about to talk about with the politics and stuff. And yeah, trying to take away all the negativity and just trying to spread positivity and all that stuff. Oh, and that's what I mean. And so that's what I was going with. So like, if you go back, remember what I said a couple minutes ago, I appreciate people don't ask me about my personal life too much, or at least go too in depth to it, especially if I feel upset or stuff. Something really happy, you can ask me. I'll usually say the brief thing if I'm happy and really happy and stuff. But if I say don't worry about it, I mean, don't worry about it. Don't ask me questions about it. If I'm happy, if I'm sad, just usually leave me alone. You could, like I said, text or saying like a comment or a group chat, says, "Are you okay?" or something. I'll answer if I'm okay or not. And I'll most likely say something like, "Yeah, just going through a tough time right now. Everything will be okay." I'll probably say something like that. And that's pretty much what I got for this live stream. It's 9:15 here any minute. I kind of just want to relax, watch some YouTube videos. Of course, I'm going to be watching mine, though. I'm a cocky little sucker, but no, I'm just kidding. I'll just be watching some channels, probably some stupid, funny stuff that I was mentioning earlier. Oh yeah, but I keep getting off track. See how I said it earlier? My mind's running a mile a minute. My mind really does run a mile a minute. I swear to God, that's so much stuff's on my mind. But yeah, so that's why. So like when I spread positivity and stuff, even when someone's having a bad day, I try not to go too hard into their personal life. Sometimes though, it's hard to help someone though when you don't know a little background. But I just try to be there. I try to provide comfort and make them try to feel everything's going to be okay in the end, no matter what they're going through. Something small, something big. I try to make everyone feel okay. I like to try to make sure everyone feels fit in, especially if they're in like a new school environment. I know personally, I gotta do it more often because I don't do it every time, which I should. It's just like, say someone's sitting at lunch so alone. I feel like unless they 100% like want to sit alone, no one should be sitting alone. So that's my inspiration for all you guys, and I should do it more too. I've only done it like once or twice ever, only a couple of times ever, which I should do it more. Trying to be that guy that spreads positivity and tries to make everyone feel comfortable. I should do it more often. But if you see someone sitting alone at a lunch table, don't be the person to be like, don't be the person that sits with their friends. Go over there, make the person, guy or girl, feel comfortable. Doesn't matter what they look like, what they smell like. I know it's harder now than it is. I know it's easy to say and hard to do the action. Trust me, I know. It gets embarrassing, especially because I know a lot of people don't want their friends to think poorly of them. But just that small action can make their day and make their life and their new situation, going to school in a new environment, that much easier. Just doing that one simple action. Doesn't matter if they smell bad. Doesn't matter if they look bad. Doesn't matter if they're dumb or smart. Just kind of go over there and kind of just introduce yourself and make them feel comforted. I don't think anyone should have to sit alone in a lunchroom, unless they want to. Wow, I went for 45 minutes. Holy smokes, that's a long live stream. I was expecting like a 20-minute live stream about me rambling on about football. That's not how these live streams work. Figuring that out real quick. But yeah, I like talking. I'm gonna do more live streams. I'm gonna give more heads up. I gave my viewers like 5 minutes, not even 5 minutes to get on. Next time I'm gonna give like a day's notice, like hopping on live stream tomorrow night and stuff like that. Won't put a lot of videos in. Don't have a lot of time to put a video together because, like I said, I might not edit my videos any really, but I am putting more time into my videos. I like that mock draft and stuff. I didn't really edit that. I kind of raw did it. I did one take, but it was all methodical and I put a lot of time into that. I thought of a real mock draft, thought of what every team needed, did some research. I am putting a lot of time into these videos, even though they're like one take. I should probably do multiple takes, but once again, limited in that time. I want to get videos out. I want to get content out. I'm sorry I haven't done it recently. If you saw in the beginning of my political video, swamped. Probably not that much more video coming out. Like I said, I can do a couple live streams. Live streams, I could take up around just under around an hour, 2 hour or so of my time, and not edit it. And people just got on. We have a friendly conversation, so I can take up an hour every now and then. But I'll do some live streams. That's what I'll do. I'll probably just make up doing some live streams, just talking to you guys. Right now, talking to no one, but hopefully people come back and watch parts of this, and maybe they might see this part. But that's pretty much my live stream. I'm gonna end it here in like 3 minutes. I'll end it at 9:20 even. But like I said, so if you guys are new coming in, you guys decide to click on and watch the 46 minutes in the 46 minutes 20 seconds range, tell me down below what you want me to talk about. Like I said, I'm thinking about doing Q&As. I'll talk about politics. But like is that with politics and stuff, I would think there should be more people in the chat. It just for a more engaging conversation. And just remember, my big message throughout here at the end of this video. Be the bigger person and step up to a plate. You see someone getting picked, it's hard when they're picked on or bullied. It really gets hard because you also don't want to get beat up or picked on by that bully. So it's even harder to do it if someone's getting picked on. But just stand up for someone. Pick on, then stand up for the bully. And also how this stuff goes. I was explaining to this friend once. I mean, obviously, I don't do through all this. I'm not like an expert on it, but this is how it goes. You sit down at that person at the lunch table. You sit down at that one person. That encourages someone else to do that same action. They're just like they're on edge. They don't do it, but you're that one person. They see you sit next to that lonely person. That gives the next person motivation to go and sit down with them at the table. And then when they see two people sitting down with that kid, they feel the motivation to go up. And more people feel motivation to do the right thing once you do it once. Might not be everyone. Everyone might pick on you. A lot of people might pick on you for it, but you will find that one other person, and then they'll find that one other person. It'll be a big chain, and eventually you'll find yourself in a better community. So try to make yourself better, and try to spread positivity in your surroundings. It just makes the world a better place. And one thing too, don't wake up and say, this is going to be a bad day. You can have a bad morning. I'm not saying you can't have a bad day. Everyone has a bad days. I have my bad days. But don't wake up in the morning saying I'm going to have a bad day today, because then for a fact you will 95% sure have a bad day. But if you wake up in the morning and say I'm going to have the best day I can have, I'm going to have a good day, your attitude's better. You are more likely not to have a bad day. It doesn't mean you're going to have a great day. It doesn't mean you're going to have a fulfilling day, but it means you are less likely to just slump down and have a bad day. So just wake up with a positive attitude, spread positive impacts with people in your surroundings. And that's my video. It's 9:20. I'm going to be logging off. Thank you for everyone that logged on. I think there's around around 5 or 6 people that logged on within this 50 minutes. Honestly, that's around a success. It's about one every 10 minutes. The first one's on for a while. Second one's on for the longest. And then the other 3 are just on and off real quick. But honestly, more than I thought getting 6 views on this. But see y'all next time. Peace out, y'all.